Hey everybody. Hope everybody's had a wonderful God bless Thursday. Today is October the 12th, 2017. And I want to first thank God for everyone who took the time to listen to the video I uploaded last night, I think it was actually. Um the video entitled What is Your Spiritual Condition? I pray that God really bless each and every person that took the time to listen to the heart of God. Amen. So today I wanted to come on. I meant to do this video the other day. Today is, like I said, October the 12th. On October the 7th was my father's birthday. So we celebrate his birthday. I did some recording, but my camera is so dark you can't even see it, so I didn't upload anything. And also on October the 7th was the date that my mother passed. So it's a high day and it was a low day. And on October the 7th, this time last year, I lost my home, my house that I lived in. So I wanted to come on and I was reminiscing and thinking about, this time last year, I was in Charlotte with my sister because the flood came and wiped me clean out. And I thank God I posted the videos that I did when I was going through that flood, the videos I posted. And now that I think about things that I could have done different, but at that time, it just didn't come to my mind. You need to leave, and I don't know why, because I'm assuming because never in all the years I've lived here in North Carolina, and never in all the years of my parents living here and my grandparents, we have never experienced a flood. You know what I'm saying? Never. So it just never hit me, even when the ducks came and gathered under the house and I'm listening to them at night. I didn't leave. Even with me looking out the window at the mailbox being almost covered up by the water, I still did not leave. And that's a state of, what would you call that, y'all? Crazy. I heard somebody. I heard you. Don't call me crazy. Um, of unbelief, disbelief, deep sleep, comatose, I guess you would say. But through it all, you guys, I thank God. I really do. God is so faithful. He is so faithful. I'm going to tell you something. I am learning and have learned to depend and trust, to depend. You know what? Sometimes the devil would twist up my tongue where I can't even get my words out. I'm telling somebody I be talking and I just stutter all over my words. But the devil is a lie. I'm gonna say this, Satan. I'm gonna say this. God has been faithful and he has been good. Y'all, I'm telling you, when I think back over my life and all the things that I have been through, I see the hand of God all over it. Every step of the way, honey. Every step of the way. I lost everything I had owned. Clothes, furniture, your livelihood, everything had to relocate. I mean, you just never think something like that can happen. I know I didn't, honey. But even in the midst of that flood, I still see it as a blessing. Because I was living in an old house. A lot of people, you might not knew it, but I lived in a very old house. It did not have central air or central heat. We had like a gas heater in the house. It was a very old house. And amongst other things, honey, a patch here and a patch there. Thank God to my father who did the upkeep on a lot of things there. But we maintained what we had. Sometimes it ain't about the fancy. If you keep it clean and maintain it, you can live in it. Amen. Amen. So I thank God for it being a blessing, and it did. And I thank God for my sister, for my nephews, for my family, and for friends. And even for strangers that come in and help me. And I thank God for you guys, my YouTube family. That's why nobody can't tell me about YouTube. People say, oh, YouTube this and social media. The baby is what you make it, honey. There are some true, genuine people here on this social networking. Amen. Because the people that gave to me, you did not have to financially, you didn't have to give me a John Brown penny, honey, nothing. But out of your heart, you did it. And I am so appreciative of everything you see me. Because I'm gonna tell you something, honey. It's hard working for them donuts, honey. It's hard getting up every day or getting up late at night going to make them donuts, honey. And then you got to peel off a piece to somebody else. That's the goodness and the kindness of a person. And I thank God for everybody that reached out, everybody that called, and everybody that was praying for me. I appreciate you guys so very much. So very much. And it's just been a walk with the Lord. It really has. God has blessed me with a little old apartment. I'm happy in my little apartment. I really am. It's just enough space for me and in my family. If they would like to come, you know what I'm saying? And my Nana Bread, when she comes, she got a lot of space to run. Carpet, you know what I'm saying? Central air, heat. I got a washer, dryer. A dishwasher. I get people come out and do the lawn, cut my grass and my bushes. Honey, the Lord is just faithful. He just good. I'm telling you, he just really is. So I'm just thinking about, you know, all that I went through during the time of the flood, losing everything, honey. I didn't have nothing but the clothes on my back, baby. That was it. God provided a way for me to go in the stores and shop, buy my clothes, buy me some more shoes, you know what I'm saying? Things that I need. I thank God for it. Place to stay with my sister. She didn't treat me funny. Didn't charge me no rent. You got some family members you can't go stay with, honey. Because they charge you and they treat you funny. They want you to do this, do that. I know some family members that were living with other family members and they wouldn't even give them a key to the house. The person, they would have to sit outside and wait till their other family member got home before they could even come in the house. You got family members don't even trust another family member to be in their house when they ain't there. And I thank God that won't my story. I didn't have to deal with none of that. I did. My sister was good to me. She really was. And I love that girl. I love her. Now I go to war for my sister now. Don't start nothing. But I love her. I appreciate her. She tried to get me to stay, but I can't do Charlotte, honey. Too much. And every time I say that, she be like, no, it ain't. There ain't nothing going on where you at. But anyway, God has just been faithful. He really has. And I love him. And I'm just as content as a pig in a mud hole. I really am. And a lot of people say, well, don't you want a bigger house to own your house? Yes, all that's fine. All that's fine to own your own home. And maybe in the future, the Lord will allow me to be able to do that. But I declare now, I believe in living in my circle, honey. I do. I believe God has rolled out or drawn a circle for me. He really has. Every person has a circle. He really has. And I think God has drawn me a circle and a place to live in. And when he wants more and the span or whatever, he'll draw me a bigger circle. Okay? So that's what I just believe. I really do. But I'm just as content. I got a nice little apartment. It's livable. Um, God is still keeping my car. I don't know if I told y'all, my daddy fixed my car, y'all. Y'all know, and I might have told y'all that clicking. I had two clicking sounds. One from coming up on my dash, and seemed like one was coming on the right side of my car. We thought it was my tire, but it wasn't. And then that oil light sound was all that's been on ever since I had my vehicle, y'all. So my dad, during the time when my cousin had passed, I was driving my daddy car, and my daddy was driving my car. So during the time my daddy was keeping my car, he had a time to look at it, examine it, and work on it. So, and I got a good daddy. Y'all give it up for my daddy. Yes, give it up for him. I got a good daddy, y'all. I pray, I ask God to send me a husband with the character and the integrity that my father has. That's my prayer for my husband, for to have the character and the integrity that my father has. He's just a good man. So anyway, during that time, my dad, he worked on my car, and he fixed the oil light. He changed the fuse or something in it, so my oil light bell don't be dinging all the time. And he also, once he fixed that, he said that it worked out something, that clicking sound that was on the right side of my car, that doesn't click no more. But the clicking that's up in my dash, that's got something to do with my heating unit. So whenever I turn my air from hot to cold, it'll go click, 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 click. And that's what that is. And that can be fixed. But like I said, I went to the shop and the man told me it'd be about $150 to get that fixed. I can get it fixed, or I could not get it fixed, honey. But so for right now, $150 and click, click, click. I'll take the click, 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 Alex, until we can do better. All right. So anyway, my motor ain't about to blow up, and it ain't stopping me from, traveling where I need to go. So I can wait on that. So anyway, you guys. So yeah, I'm content. I'm content with what I have. God has given me a right mind to serve him. He has given me a great job. I love what I do. I get paid good for what I do. Um, like I said, a nice little apartment. I got a nice vehicle to drive, get me where I need. I got food in the freezer. I got clothes on my back, honey. I'm about to shout out. I think I might need to end this here. Cause I'm about to go in right here. If I keep naming out the stuff, I'm in my right mind. I don't take no medication for nothing. I'm not sick in my body. Ain't nobody got to feed me. Amen. Ain't nobody got to drive me around. I'm not sticking myself with nothing. I ain't got no addictions. I ain't got no withdrawals from. Now I do love a waffle. I like a waffle. But I ain't got no addictions. I'm not out in the midnight trying to, scheme and scam or nothing like that. I just thank God for the life that He has given me. I am very content. I really am. The only thing that I desire now is to become more and more like Christ every day. That's my desire. That's the only ambition I got, is to become more and more like Christ. So I just thank God, and I'm just, reminiscing on how he took care of me during the flood, how he's restored me, how he's, because I could have lost my life. It could have went all kind of ways. Amen. Could have went all kind of ways, but I thank God. That's why you can't love everything you got, because it can be taken away in a second, honey. That's why you got to have God on your side. Amen. And let me tell y'all something. Even if I went through all this over again, one thing I'm not gonna lose my faith in God. And people always say, "How can you trust God and you lost everything?" Because God is better than everything I ever had, honey. If it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't have nothing. He is better than all and everything I ever had. Oh, hold on, y'all. Well, you know what? Hello? Hey, no, what you doing?